Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Community Park, aka Drewton Tower. Today's going to be a little bit of a special episode where I'm basically doing this intro and that's all you're going to hear from me because the builder who was in the park the last basically 2 days was Chicken, and they are going on, I believe, vacation here very soon, so they had a very limited amount of time to do their build. He'll kind of explain that more in what's coming up, but yeah, so basically they were wanting to do the recording with me, but I just did not have time. I've been busy when they were not busy, so I kind of let them know, like, hey, you know what, you make content on YouTube, why don't you just go ahead and make this as if you were making content on your own YouTube page. So that is what they did, and that's what you're going to see. So they are a lot different than my style. I will let everyone know that firsthand. It's not bad or anything, you know, it's just it's a little bit more hyper. The camera shakes around a lot, so I'm just giving people fair warning, because even when I was watching through the footage, I was like, whoa, can we hold the camera steady? So just a heads up there. But again, long story short, Chicken is going to go ahead and take the lead for this episode there, yeah, with the rest of it. So yeah, without further ado, I will go ahead and throw it over to the footage and audio that Chicken went ahead and recorded last night there. So yep, enjoy it, everybody.
Whoa, hey, this is weird. What's this? This is not Drew. This is somebody else. What the heck? Yeah, if you can't tell, this is me, it's Chicken. Hi, howdy diddly. So pretty much Drew did not have time to record this because I finished way quicker than he expected. And I have to, like, go somewhere in a few days, so I won't be here to record it with him later in the week. So pretty much he was like, okay, either I'm recording it or you're recording it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna record it. And if you don't like that, well, then that sucks. Of course, I didn't say that. He said I could record it very nicely. He's a good person. Drew's a good person. But anyways, right here, we're starting off with the most important addition. Somebody finally added that waterfall. Yeah, last time, there was a thing here that said, hey, add a waterfall. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna add that waterfall. But now, let's move on to an actually more important addition of this. That's right, I did some night lighting. Night lighting is very important. I very much like night lighting, for those who know me. Doing night lighting, it's just really fun. Gets to bring out the vibrancy and everything. And so I just did some lighting around the plaza, around the entrance. Not much, but that's not the main thing I did when I had this park. No. The main thing I did is I decided to show off and do an entire area in just one day. That's why I finished quicker than he thought. I said I was going to do this whole area, and he was like, okay, that's going to take him a while. And I'm like, nah, one day, bro. No, but let's talk about what we did here. Starting off, you may notice something a little different about this Schwarzkopf. Last time, it was just an open blue Schwarzkopf with nothing special about it. But here, as you can see, there's a line. Whoa, let's look at this line. Wow, yeah, good job. That's a lot of beer. I don't do live commentary, if you can't tell. I mean, I do when I stream, but I haven't streamed in forever, so I suck at it. But yeah, no, you just go around the line, and go up, and bingo bongo, you're in. Look at that. Wow, it's a great line. I wanted to keep it around barrels here, because I'm like, okay, Oktoberfest. They have lots of beer in Oktoberfest, right? So it's implied that all of these barrels are completely filled to the brim with beer. Some people are getting drunk tonight. Right here, we had some put into that building there. But no, right here, there was some empty space, so I decided, hey, let's go and make an aeronauts. And so I did make an aeronauts. I pretty much copied the theme for the queue over here. Didn't want to make it stand out too much. I just felt that this place needed another flat ride, and this is a sort of old-fashioned one. Very simple, just nice little queue here. couple bits of junk around here. Junk is very important. If you don't have junk, you don't have a good park, especially a good budget one. No, it's just a nice little Aeronauts ride skin. If you want to see it going around, here's it going around. It's nothing special. You want to see it at night, however, I did some night lighting. It's implied that the light is coming from the floor here. Because Drew is all about his realistic stuff. Me, on the other hand, I like to do it unrealistic. So, this marks the first time I have ever actually built an energy supply. Yeah, that's what this is. It's an energy supply. It's supposed to be implied that it's powering this, and that it's powering the station for this, which we will get a POV on later. Calm your horses, calm your howdowns. If you don't remember, last time when we left this off, there were a bunch of porta potties here. I ended up moving them for further use down over here, but I replaced them with actual restrooms, so you got this nice little plaza out here, you know, says, but it's the bathrooms. And yeah, you just got a nice little set of bathrooms back here. It's nice and secluded, nice and private. Then you walk around and you're back in the park. It's very nice. It's very good. You know, I got some simple lighting there that I won't bother to show you. Right here, I decided to make some great memento shops of Chicken's really cool balloon store, and Hat's fantastic too. I just went for a simple architecture. I used the stone for the slopes because Drew gave me a reference picture on what he wanted to see, and the roofs were like sort of made of stone. So yeah, I did that. Good job. You influenced my building, Drew. But yeah, no, it's just a nice hat store, nice Looney Balloon store. However, afterwards I did notice that this monorail right here, it's sort of going straight into a building. And I didn't know if you knew this, but if we're trying to keep it realistic, monorails, they can't go through buildings. That's sort of not how it works. So somebody's gonna have to reroute this monorail. I feel really bad because it was like a really nice shape, but I was like, no, I need a shop here. It's gonna be a tall shop. Too bad. But that's not all. As you can see, I also did a ton of what's it called? Foliage around here. I did even more foliage than Foley. Get that joke. Tons of rocks, tons of plants, tons of grass, tons of that stuff. It felt like a very European foliage, so I was like, hey, that fits into the theme pretty well. I made sure to use lots of variety so it didn't get boring. Ignore that. We're gonna go to that later. I'm not sure if I've already done that. I might have. I might just be being stupid. If that is the case, we can cut that out. If not, oh well. Over here, I decided to make some sort of a beer garden, because that's a thing that people have in Germany. And I remember that one time when I went to Europe, I saw this lattice structure, and I was like, okay, let's make a lattice structure. So I made a quick lattice structure over here, wow, that just connects to these buildings, which you have your bratwurst over here, and then there is no beer in the game, so I just got some Pip Shot juice, and I named it Definitely Not Beer, because you can't have beer in your kids' park. But now, if we look around the riverbank, we see on the other side of these tall Bavarian buildings that there is a marketplace that this Schwarzkopf now goes through. It's a great addition in my opinion. Pretty much I started off with making the shell around it because I wanted to sort of like hide it because it didn't really fit in well with like a German area. So I sort of hid the structure, right? I was convinced to change the colors to German colors, and I wouldn't have done that if these weren't already yellow. Oh wait, no, never mind, they're all the same color. I could have just recolored it. Scratch that. But anyways, yeah, it's just a quick German area. It's very, there. What am I talking about? I'm talking about talk. But no, when I think of Oktoberfest, I think of like markets and everybody getting drunk and stuff. So here, I built a really quick makeshift market. You got a ton of clutter. You got giant wine barrels and these little stalls that I tried to make look like they would be vending stalls, and that the roller coaster is just the main path around this market area. You got some hay bales, like feeding the animals that got here. Got giant stacks of wine barrels. You got some wine barrel contraptions. I made sure to keep the old structure set up, because what we decided on actually is that this was just a retheme that they did in like the 2010s. So they weren't at their like peak of popularity, but they still had enough money to retheme their original Oktoberfest area. So they decided to do that, but because of that, they had to work around all the old supports. So that's sort of the story to why there's all this clutter here, because retheming rides is very hard. Even people like Disney can mess up rethemes. Hyperspace Mountain. I mean, what? But no, I think I captured the essence of that well, and now let's go take a look at that at night. And if we look at it at night, we can see that I decided to do some highlights around here. The highlights, they work out very well. It makes it look like it's a glowing marketplace with lanterns everywhere, even though there are really no light sources here, but we can pretend because we have the power of make-believe. I also decided to do this riverbank up here. I'm hoping that people continue like the theme further on down. I didn't go too far with the theming because I didn't want to spend too much space that might be used for other rides, because I'm pretty sure Because's ride goes around this area somewhere. I'm not sure, but from the looks of the river being here, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyways, I think the way we're going to end this off is with a POV on the now themed Schwarzkopf coaster. I'm gonna do it at day because people like day POVs better. I personally like night POVs better, but oh well. Oh yeah, I also modified this layout slightly to be able to hold 2 trains. So now now it can run 2 trains, has a higher capacity. If you're using the park, it'll have better cash output, because a lot of these Schwarzkopfs in real life actually run 2 or 3 trains. But now I'm rambling, and I think it's time for me to shut up so you all can enjoy the ride. Okay? I hope you've enjoyed this special commentary from Chicken. And goodbye. I mean, not goodbye. I'm gonna close out the episode, but I'm gonna be gone for a bit. And that's the ride. It's nothing long, it's nothing special, but that's what most Schwarzkopfs were back in the day. It's a good coaster, it fits in really well with the area, and I feel like this Oktoberfest area in general was a success. I would tell you who has the park next, but I don't know. So maybe Drew wants to edit that in, maybe not. He's doing all the editing stuff. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Hope you enjoyed my commentary, because I'm a special boy. And I'll see you all later, as I said earlier. Goodbye!